Welcome back to the channel. In the early 1900s, two extraordinary paths were destined to converge to create the most iconic tarot deck in history. This is the story of destiny, how Pamela Colman Smith and Arthur Edward Waite collaborated to create a masterpiece that is the most recognized tarot deck in the world, the Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot. Pamela Colman Smith was an artist whose life was as colorful and interesting as her work. Born in London to American parents, her early years took her from New York to Jamaica, shaping her unique artistic vision. Returning to New York in 1893, when Pamela Colman Smith was attending the Pratt Institute of Art, she realized that she possessed the unique ability to visualize colors and forms while listening to music and could transmit those visualizations into works of art. Smith once explained,
"You ask me how these pictures have evolved. When I take a brush in hand and the music begins, it is like unlocking the door to a beautiful country. There, stretched far away, are plains and mountains and the billowy sea. Often when hearing Bach, I hear bells ringing in the sky, rung by whirling chords held in the hands of maidens dressed in brown. There is a rare freshness in the air, like morning on a mountaintop, with opal-colored mists that chase each other fast across the scene. Chopin brings night, gardens where mystery and dread lurk under every bush, but joy and passion throb within the air, and the cold moon bewitches all the scene."
After her mother's passing, she returned to London, where she plunged into the literary and artistic scenes. Smith's creative talents flourished, illustrating verses for William Butler Yeats, and publishing her own works inspired by Jamaican folklore and English folk songs. By 1901, her London studio became a cultural hub, hosting weekly salons filled with artists, actors, and writers such as Bram Stoker and Yeats. In 1907, Smith had a successful and groundbreaking exhibition at Alfred Stieglitz's gallery, displaying her paintings. Listening to Bach, she saw colors and shapes and translated sound into visual art. Her art uniquely blended influences from London to Jamaica and beyond. Her spiritual path was shaped by her upbringing in a mystical Christian tradition. Her journey into the occult deepened in 1901 when Yeats, the Irish poet, writer, and mystic, introduced her to the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn. She joined the enigmatic world of this secret society. The mysterious group blended elements of mysticism, alchemy, astrology, and the Kabbalah into a comprehensive system of magic. Its illustrious members included poets, writers, and mystics, like literary giants Yeats and the controversial Aleister Crowley. Their involvement added to the order's mystique and has left a remarkable legacy in the esoteric and literary worlds. Within the corridors of the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn, A.E. Waite crossed paths with Pamela Colman Smith. Waite was determined to create a tarot deck rich in symbolic imagery that would redefine tarot. He found his perfect counterpart in Pamela Colman Smith. Waite saw in Smith the ideal illustrator to realize his ambitious tarot project. Waite believed she could translate the complex symbolism of the tarot with her unique style, marked by bold colors, fluid lines, and powerful compositions. Born in America but making his mark in Britain, A.E. Waite was a poet and mystic. With an insatiable curiosity for all things occult, Waite penned numerous books on the subject. Though deeply involved in secret orders like the Golden Dawn, Waite's journey was marked by conflicts with contemporaries. Despite lacking academic accolades and facing criticism from rivals like Aleister Crowley, who mockingly called him deadweight, his legacy thrives, most notably through the Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot deck. Waite laid out his vision with detailed instructions for Smith.
Follow very carefully the astrological significance of each suit, as it is influenced by different zodiacal signs.
As the one-time Grand Master of the Hermetic Order, he directed the themes of the major arcana filled with allegorical imagery. Smith, however, was given free rein over the minor arcana, wands, swords, cups, and pentacles. Breaking from tradition, she infused these cards with rich, detailed imagery, transforming the symbols into vibrant scenes. She was the pioneer in illustrating the minor arcana. Before Smith, the minor arcana cards were basic, devoid of art and imagery. She added her twist by drawing detailed scenes on these cards. For example, the 10 of Cups card, instead of just showing 10 cups, Smith gives us a beautiful image of a family, all happy and celebrating under a rainbow. It's not just a card anymore, it's a story, making it easier to understand what the card's about. Smith's artwork lets you tap into the card's meaning on a gut level. You don't need to memorize keywords. You can just look at the picture and feel what it's saying. Whether it's a challenge, a celebration, or a moment of reflection, it's all there in the images. Moving to the iconic major arcana, Smith's artistic genius truly shines, and her unique compositional style threads through each card, unifying the deck with a distinct visual language. Let's analyze a few key major arcana cards from the deck. First, the Fool. This card is about new beginnings, stepping into the unknown with a leap of faith. The dog symbolizes protection and the importance of having a loyal companion with good instincts on life's journey. The Death card, often misconstrued as ominous, in truth, symbolizes the inevitability of transformation and renewal. The rising sun against the backdrop signifies rebirth following the end of a cycle. The Lover's card goes beyond romantic connections to depict the crucial choices that shape our lives. The angelic figure represents the harmony that comes from making decisions aligned with our true selves and the importance of authenticity in our moral dilemmas. The Magician is standing before a table with a cup, pentacle, sword, and wand, representing the 4 suits of the tarot. He holds a wand skyward in one hand while pointing to the ground with the other, embodying the phrase, "as above, so below." The Magician signifies manifestation, resourcefulness, and power. The High Priestess sits between black and white pillars, symbolizing duality. She holds a scroll labeled Torah, indicating divine knowledge. The crescent moon at her feet represents intuition. This card symbolizes mystery, intuition, and trust in one's inner voice and subconscious. The sun features a bright sun shining in the sky with a child on horseback surrounded by sunflowers. The child's arms are wide open and the sun radiates warmth and light. This card symbolizes joy, success, and vitality and suggests clarity, enthusiasm, and positivity. The Wheel of Fortune symbolizes the continuous cycle of life and the interplay of destiny and free will. It represents cycles and change, the only constant in life, and the wheel is always turning. Some of the tarot's archetypes, like the Queen of Wands and the Fool, are believed to be modeled after Smith's circle of friends. Pamela Colman Smith completed the artwork for the deck in just a few months in 1909. It was published that year as the Rider-Waite Tarot deck. Yet, despite her profound impact on the world of tarot, Smith faced financial challenges throughout her life, receiving minimal compensation for her groundbreaking work and no formal copyright or credit for her contributions. The lack of financial recognition for her artistry is a sad detail in the history of the deck's publication. After the deck's release, Smith turned her attention to Irish mythology, culminating in illustration for Bram Stoker's final book. Eventually, she chose a life away from the public eye, converting to Catholicism and settling in England. She dedicated her energy to women's suffrage and the Red Cross. Smith passed away at 73, mostly forgotten and penniless. Her role in creating the deck went unrecognized for decades. Her distinctive serpentine monogram, which she added to every card and every painting, secured her place in history.
Keep an open mind to all things. Hear all the music you can. Good music, for sound and form are more closely connected than we know. Think good thoughts of beautiful things, colors, sounds, and places, not mean thoughts. When you see a lot of dirty people in a crowd, do not remember only the dirt, but the great spirit that is in them all, and the power that they represent. For through ugliness is beauty sometimes found.
If you found this video informative, be sure to like and subscribe for more explorations into history, spirituality, and the mysteries that continue to captivate our curiosity. Until next time, keep exploring, and may your journey be filled with enlightenment and divine guidance.